Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Capricorn Sun and a Sagittarius Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, these signs are adjacent, so I see them as being neutral as far as the compatibility goes with them. But however, they're almost diametrically opposed in certain ways. You look at it, Capricorn Sun is a feminine sign. It is thus introverted and private. You have Sagittarius Ascendant, which of course is a masculine sign, which could be very is extroverted and gregarious. Now, also Capricorn being an earth sign can incline toward being somewhat melancholy as well. And you have a Sagittarius Ascendant, which could be very ebullient and expansive and upbeat. So the Sagittarius Sun can help make the more serious, stern Capricorn Sun a little bit more ebullient, a little bit more happy-go-lucky, and see the positive aspects in things. This could be a person that really has they use that Capricorn business acumen, and they're able to perhaps pursue that and maybe in some kind of Sagittarius type profession or activity such as sports, perhaps such as a sports business. This could be, look at this, and in the natal chart, our sun represents our basic wants, while the rising sign or ascendant can represent the manner or method. Sorry about that, people. Let me start again. The sun in our natal charts represents our basic wants, while the rising sign or ascendant can represent that manner or method in which one attains these basic wants. So, for Capricorn Sun, the basic wants can be connected with the career, business responsibilities, ambitions, success, and being productive. And you look at and also things perhaps pertaining to business in some cases. Now, you look at the Sagittarius Ascendant and the manner that this might be pursued in these at least one or more of these Capricorn basic wants, obviously may be pursued with a lot of expansiveness, exuberance, and enthusiasm, and put a lot of that Sagittarius vitality into it. And it could be that perhaps their business related things, the business related basic wants and career basic wants with Capricorn might be connected with the Sagittarius outlet. It could be something connected with sports. This could be somebody that starts some kind of sports business or marketing business, or someone that sells sports items, for example, and has a business that way. And it could be also through some maybe Sagittarius-like career. Maybe they put this Capricorn seriousness into maybe teaching, into philosophy, and into maybe something, maybe being an explorer or an adventurer of some kind, someone that goes on expeditions, that likes to do a lot of traveling. And the good thing I look at this is that when you have the Capricorn Sun and the Sagittarius Ascendant, well, before I go to the good thing, the interesting thing is you might get a little vacillation of that positive and maybe sometimes negative energy, because you have because these two have such a disparity between each other as far as that goes, because Capricorn Sun can be very pragmatic and practical and always like really super realistic, while the Sagittarius Ascendant can be maybe not always as practical or pragmatic. They like to reach for the stars. So I think the Capricorn Sun can kind of ground the Sagittarius Ascendant in a certain way to some degree, though the Sagittarius Ascendant might give a little bit more buoyancy to the otherwise very serious and stern Capricorn Sun, and give more optimism and confidence in this as well. But having Sagittarius Ascendant, of course, the person may very well readily project the Sagittarius characteristics to others, and might figure more strongly as far as the outer demeanor goes, as opposed to the Capricorn Sun, where this might not come out as strong to others, at least on a first impression. But this person Capricorn Sun could have very good business acumen, and you have Sagittarius Ascendant, which could be somewhat visionary and even prophetic perhaps. And this could be somebody that because of this combination might be able to see, like, business projections, or being able to see something in the future that might sell very well, and might be able to apply this in some kind of business and selling that item, for example, that they see may very well sell at a very good rate, but maybe many others may not be able to have that foresight and see that. Well, anyway, people, it's important to look at the aspect, if any, that is made between the Capricorn Sun and the Sagittarius Ascendant, as this could indicate whether these energies may blend in well or may not blend in so well. So anyway, let's say, for example, you can have a conjunction aspect. Let's say that the Capricorn Sun is at 1 degree and the Sagittarius Ascendant is at 28 degrees. Well, this amalgamates these energies, and it's very intensifying. And these energies might really be merged strongly together. Now, let's say you could also have an out of sign sextile aspect take place. Let's say the Capricorn Sun is at 28 degrees and the Sagittarius Ascendant is at 2 degrees. Well, this is auspicious and positive, and you might have a better integration of these energies than otherwise indicated, and is a positive major aspect. Now, you could also have a minor aspect take place between these energies. Let's say you could have a semi-sextile. Let's say the Capricorn Sun is at 12 degrees and the Sagittarius Ascendant is at 12 degrees. Well, that would make a semi-sextile aspect. It is minor. It is like the sextile, except it's modified, and it's not as intense, and it's not going to have that impact that the sextile has, but it is still, I call it slightly positive, because it's not as strong as the sextile aspect. Now, you could also have a semi-square aspect take place, which is a minor negative aspect. Let's say you have the Capricorn Sun at 18 degrees and the Sagittarius Ascendant at 3 degrees. That would form a semi-square aspect, which I call slightly adverse or adversarial. And these energies, you might have a little conflict as far as this goes. And even if this person is not cognizant of their astrological placements, they might feel that there might be some feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood by others due to the fact that what they feel they're projecting outwardly may be strongly different than what is going on inside, thus perhaps causing some inner exasperation and tension. But not as strong. I mean, it's a semi-square. So it's a little bit of the conflicting energy, but not as strong as opposed to a major negative aspect as opposed to a minor, as this being a minor one. So anyway, it's also important to look at the house position of the Sun in Capricorn, because even though the Sagittarius Ascendant may suppress this Capricorn Sun energy to some degree, this Capricorn Sun energy may still figure at least somewhat prominently in that particular house that it is in. Now, let's say the Capricorn Sun is posited in the first house. Well, the first house is angular, so this energy may come out more strongly as opposed to the Sun being in the second or the third. And the Capricorn Sun might even come out on the first impression, and might see this Capricorn Sun, this seriousness and sense of responsibility and conventionality might come out strongly along with the Sagittarius Ascendant, perhaps on that first impression. Now, if the Capricorn Sun is posited in the second house, well, this need for that responsibility and that prudence and that caution, that seriousness may be applied in matters connected with their resources, with their values, and perhaps with generating income in their possessions as well. Now, if the Capricorn Sun is posited in the third house, you might see that seriousness, that being very orthodox, conventional, in matters connected with communication, and matters also that responsibility in matters with siblings if applicable. So anyway, people, That'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having a Capricorn Sun and a Sagittarius Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Capricorn Sun and a Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.